What is consciousness, aka conscious awareness? Hi everyone, my name is Melinda Van Fleet and welcome to my channel. This is video number 8. Last night when I got home, I was looking at everything that I have done so far as I started this journey in terms of doing little morning videos in regards to consciousness and conscious awareness. And I took down yesterday's video because it was a little messy in full transparency. So this is number 8. And I want you to ground to video number 1, which has a really important tip, and video number 7, which talks about mentorship and shares a lot of tips and insight in that video. And all of them are really great and super important. But the biggest thing I want to get across in this particular video is explaining a little bit more about consciousness. And consciousness and conscious awareness, I'm just going to use those interchangeably, is very simple as a concept, right? But also very hard. Very, very hard. But when you really understand this and embody it and use it and be present to it, your life will change drastically. I promise you. But the lack of awareness as to what it is and really recognizing it and then contemplating and doing the work around it is why you may be unhappy in your life, stuck, not really having the goals you have put out there accomplished, a sense of success. You may have health issues, all the things. It can be anything really. But the universe really wants to help you. So when you are aware of all the little signs, as I've said in my other videos, there are no coincidences. And then you treat your life like it's an onion and you're peeling it, you're peeling back the onion, the layers, you will start to transform. It's truly magic at its finest. It's how we were all created. It's how the universe was created. And we are just a piece of it. We're such a tiny, 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 tiny little piece of the galaxies. There are lots of planets. We're just a teeny tiny little piece. So thank you for being here. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe, please like, because I really want my message and what's coming through for me to share to help as many people as possible. I'm not trying to be a YouTuber. So anyone that has that, oh, I don't want to support her channel, like, that's something you got to work on, buddy. I want YouTube to send my videos to more people to help them because this topic is so big. So many years ago, I went to an event where there was a speaker and he spoke about consciousness. And I understood it. And I knew I was already like doing the work, let's say. And it is work. It's like it never stops. It never ever stops. But I could feel that his talk didn't land. And I do not mean that from judgment at all, because I raise my hand high that I have done the speaking gigs in front of large groups of people. And it is very, very, very challenging if you have a message that is more vague, let's say. It's easier to be a speaker if you have a very simple topic that you can give like 1, 2, 3 tips on, and you can kind of stick to a script and you nail the right audience. But if your message, oh my gosh, so many birds flying by me, amazing, is a little bit more, out there, let's say, it's harder for people to understand that. So again, why I took the video down yesterday, it was a little messy, and I'm hoping that my videos, even if you just watch one, really land or something clicks or a little aha moment. It's like, oh yeah, I get this, right? And what's really important that came to me this morning, because I was like, why has God, the divine universe, spirit, however you want to bucket it, it's all the same thing, put this on me for my niche as like a topic, as like something I'm supposed to be doing every day. And the reason that came to me is because I have so many stories. I have so many stories. So many. And I don't mind sharing them. I never feel like guilt or shame about them. I always just know their lessons. So in order to really understand and for things to click about consciousness, it's really important to tie back to little stories that kind of make you go, oh. And unfortunately, in the land of social media and content creation, we've kind of gotten away from storytelling, and we've gone more to show me the tip. And if you don't show someone the tip, they click off and they move on. Well, often the tip is the code and it's in the story, and it's supposed to be relatable to you, so it clicks. So everyone out there likes, fantasy books or Star Wars or, anything like that. I mean, my husband and I are big Star Wars fans. Well, that's a story, right? And you watch the story and something like clicks and you're like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. So it's the same type of thing. So in this video, I'm going to share a simple story that happened to me, for me, that goes back to consciousness and conscious awareness. And you will start to see with your own two eyes and your ears and your mind how this shows up for you all the time. And then you unravel it. Again, the onion. You unpeel it, you look at it, you contemplate it, and you see what in your life you need to shift, right? In order to get to where you wish to go. Again, you can't go from here to here. You go like this, like all sorts of things. And that's just normal. And it takes time. Time. Yes, it takes time. So what happened for me was I had scheduled an appointment with somebody, and the appointment was $155. I had no problem paying for the appointment, and the person did not show up for the appointment. They made a choice not to show up for the appointment, and after I waited for about an hour, or maybe even more, emailing, back and forth, are you okay? Where are you? It was over Zoom. And this person, explained why they didn't show up and why they didn't choose to show up. And it was nothing negative about me. And none of this is negative. This is just also awareness, right? Nothing's negative. I wasn't mad. It was all fine. So I guess not fine that he didn't show up, but it was fine in the general context of what I'm trying to share. So anywho, so I sent an email because he said, would you like a refund or would you like to reschedule? And I said, reschedule. And then I went for a walk and I was like, no, I'm good. I'm just going to ask for a refund. So I emailed back and I said, I'd like a refund. And I did not get the refund. And it's been a while. And I was like, okay, well, maybe he just really needs the money. Maybe he forgot. And I just kind of was like, I'm not going to continue to follow up. I'm just like, whatever, let it go. $155. Would be great to get it back, but if he really needs it. And so I started doing all the mind loops of making excuses for this person, really. What then ended up happening was, in a separate environment, a separate situation, someone got charged $155, the same amount, no coincidences. And I had to go to bat to get the money back for this person. This person I do not know. It was my fault per se, absolutely, and I owned that. But the bigger thing is how heavy it was on my heart that I made sure he got his money back, above and beyond anything else. I really wanted to make sure he got his money back. I was like, he should need to get his money back. How can he get his money back? That was the bigger thing to me. And that got worked out. But the crazy thing was, it was $155. So the conscious awareness comes into play, is that here the universe is saying, okay, you didn't go to bat for yourself for your $155 with this person who just didn't show up. Girl, what's wrong with you? So now we're going to put you in another situation right? Another situation with something else with the same amount of money, $155. So you can see that you went to bat for this other person, but you didn't go to bat for yourself. And what does that mean? And that ties back to worth. Now, I would definitely consider myself someone who feels I'm worthy. But the bigger piece of the onion where we all need some help, every single one of us, and I'll explain this in a second, is because the world is full of dust. And we are living in a world that there is tons of energy around us that's basically like dust, if you think of it that way. And let's be honest, we all clean our house, we clean our car, we clean our office, our bathroom, whatever. We also need to always be cleaning ourselves and our energy and checking in with things. And that is a piece of consciousness, a piece of conscious awareness. Checking in with yourself, noticing things, being present, noticing where it's a sign and there's no coincidence. How is that showing up? And what does that mean? And what do you need to do to take action and shift and fix that timeline? So I followed up with the person who needs to give me my refund of $155. So let's see if it happens. And I'm very aware that I needed a little bit of a cleaning. So if you watch Silo on Apple, you will understand this. Or if you've read any of Hugh Howey's books, the Wool series, but they have to clean a screen from all the dust. It's just a great visualization if you watch that series or you know what I'm talking about, and give me a shout out in the comments if you do, that we all need to constantly be like cleaning ourselves. And this world, I'm sure you would agree, has gotten so noisy that we need to do this regularly. Regularly. Again, conscious awareness is an ongoing journey of constantly looking at things and understanding how you can clean some things and get these things out of your energetic field so what you're working towards can be accomplished. So I feel complete with this story today. I hope it lands. Again, please subscribe, like, let me know in the comments. I really want to hear from you as to like what's landing. Share your story. I love that. I'll do a better job in the comments. No SEO people reaching out, like please stop. I'm good there. Yeah, just let me know. And thank you for sticking through this. The story is what's important. And yeah, until tomorrow, have a good one. Bye for now.